Hello and welcome to Warblog. This is the Camp Shaheen attack scenario, Afghanistan. It's actually April 2017. It's interesting because it's very, very similar to the Mozambique scenario. Let's see if we can find that. Mozambique. I'm pretty sure it's Mozambique. Is it Villa Salazar? Operation Eland. Operation Eland. Pretty sure it's Operation Eland. They basically drive all this way out to this camp, drive into the camp, shoot everyone dead, and then drive out. It's exactly the same, but the Taliban actually, in this case, don't drive out because they die, because they're Taliban. Two of them have suicide vests, and the rest of them they spent 5 hours basically doing their thing before the security forces managed to secure the base. And it's odd, really. I mean, it's interesting in so many regards that they can sort of do that, and it just reminds me of that 300 film. I think I've actually even seen that, where 300 Spartans, they say this is Spartan, this is Sparta, etc., etc., take out everyone. Well, there were 10 of these, and there were 3,000 soldiers of the 209th Corps. It's one of these things where you can sort of say, well, you can't look at this without sort of, trying to admire their, we even use the word admire, that's probably a war crime. But, it's incredible. And they spent 5 hours doing whatever it was they were doing. So we're going to play it. Now, essentially, one of the reasons, and basically, well, let's just go back. It's basically billed as it's officially, well, basically it was the worst attack in their history. It's the single deadliest known attack on an Afghan military base in the course of the war. There you go. But essentially, they were at prayer. So a lot of these have 0 ratings. But I mean, there are 3,000 of them. It takes them 5 hours to kill 10 people, and they lose casualties between on Wikipedia it says 140 to 256 dead and 160 plus wounded. So, and there's only one unit, and that's being generous. So we'll go into play mode. I have practiced, but not fully through. I mean, just practiced the first couple of turns to see whether it actually works as I anticipated, which it sort of does. So essentially, pull up to the base, say, hang on, we've got some wounded here. Oh, come in. And they come in, they know the direction, so they come in and then they start shooting everyone. And they've got 0 defence, so it should be a 7-1, but it doesn't necessarily mean they'll be eliminated. But in this case they are. So you manage to get into the base. Now, the thing to note here is they're in the base, so they've got a lot of defensive capability. But they've still got some movement, so might as well take this unit out. And there's another DE with a die roll of 1. And we're going to save these insurgents. These are the 2 suicide vests for later. So now, they've replaced some units. I thought they were going to replace them there. That's interesting. I thought they were there. I thought this was a stack of 1. I thought there was... Anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's the Afghan turn. Now, they've got some units now. And the thing is, I think that what I want to do is try and defend these units. So they're going to move the unarmed people. Now, basically, you could almost say that the Afghan units spawn here. So this is their strong hex. But they're not going to attack because it's 1, and they're going to be... The odds are not going to be in their favour at all. But what we can do, possibly, is do an attrition. These shouldn't really be there because I've got zeros. But we'll do an attrition roll. See how that works. Oh, look at that. They managed to do some damage against these units. Okay, so it's now the Taliban turn. Now there's 2 units in there now. So they're getting tough. So what we're going to do, we're going to send in some insurgents. And notice we can't get all of them, so we're going to go against one of these. Incision failed but wasn't caught. Well, that's rubbish. Succeeded. So they're on depression 3. Well, this is the 100. Well, let's do this. Because we should get 2 attacks out of this, so we can get rid of that. Okay, so we've still got some movement. This is probably about as far as they're going to go. And exchange 1 to 2 odds. They're not going to get these odds getting any better now. So that's pretty much it. So we've probably gone for a couple of hours of fighting now. It's probably died down. They've done the damage that they're going to do. The Afghan forces are now rallying their units in this part of the base. And that's that. Now we're trying to capture this part of the base here. It's the Afghan forces, but they've still not really got enough to attack, and we don't really want to coming out here just yet. So we're going to leave that, but we're going to do an attrition roll. Nothing. Okay. Now they've got 3 companies. So we're stuffed. But we could possibly try an attrition back. So that the full oomph of their attack is now gone. And they're just doing small action, unsuccessful attrition rolls. Okay, they've taken that part of the base now. I'm just wondering whether or not we can move into there and force them out of there. But they've probably got enough to be able to actually start contending the base now. Okay. Well, let's attrition back. Still going to need a lot of units. 0.4, that's what I want to start doing. So they're at 1.6 now. So this could go on for quite a while until the Afghan forces get their mojo together, so to speak. We've taken that part of the base. We might as well force their hand slightly by moving into this part of the base now. And it does force their hand. 1, 2, 3. They've got 4 units. We could move 2 into there, but I still don't think that's really enough. They do start to get a few more a little more rapidly later, and they're just going to sit there. So now they've got 2 parts of the base. The Afghan player, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's just going to sit there for another turn. So they've captured 50% of the base is now in Taliban control, but they can't really do much with it. They've recovered their depressions, and so they might as well see if they can capture 75% of the base. Well, now the Taliban, I mean, they're all going to die anyway. Okay, so the Afghan forces now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 companies. I think they can afford to split up and do an attrition roll. Point 4. The Afghan player. With attrition back. No success. And I've got 7 in there now. Okay, so we've pretty much got all the base, and I'm going to go for it. I don't know what the odds are. But I can't be that far out, can it? 4 to 1 and a DR, which kills the oh no, didn't kill the insurgent units. So they've all moved to there. Well, Taliban being Taliban, we'll move straight back in. But we know we can get that 4 to 1 now. And the insurgents are available. Succeeded. This is that. That was a nope. So that was 2 suicide attacks gone in, and their last assault. 1 to 3, and an exchange with the best dice roll they could have got. So they've done some damage against these units. Depression 1, Depression 1, Depression 4. However, less than a minute left. We should now DE. Well, only one of them died, but there you go. So that's the Camp Shaheen attack, simulated in hex format. and speak to you later. Cheerio, bye.